All right, Nick, how about on a lighter note, all right?
Yes.
Isaac Hayes. Now, you might remember Isaac Hayes. You might remember that name when
Isaac Hayes.
What do you want to do?
Hang, like H-A-N-G, like hang?
Are we going to be, yeah.
Fucking hang.
Hang. Oh, no.
No,
Transgender.
Like hang?
No, like hang, transgender. All right, let me ask you a question.
That's hung.
Yeah.
I like my men hard.
Okay, yeah. I like hard men.
I like...
All right, let me ask you a question. Am I going to be polite to the pronouns?
No, fuck that.
Okay, so...
Just call it what it is. How about we do that for today?
All right, so this young, strapping man...
Yes.
All right, who is transgender...
Oh, I love this one. All right, this is going to be fun.
Became an All-American... Made headlines last year when he became an All-American women's swimmer in the women's division, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Smoked the competition. He was beating these girls left and right.
Yeah, using his giant fucking dick like an oar.
Yeah.
He's just paddling past him. He gives it the old...
Everybody else is swimming.
The old kayak, the old canoe.
Just on the row team, just... Whoa!
He just comes up.
Whoa!
This 18-inch.
Yo. Oh my god. Did you see when he stood up over the girls to take the picture?
No.
And, dude, I thought he was on one of the blocks, like the number one block to stand above. No. Then he stands on the block. He stood like 4 feet above all of these girls. How is that? How is this noble? How is this okay?
This is hilarious.
It's insane.
Let
it's
me guess,
insane.
he was number one in the women's league?
Yeah, murdered them. All of them. All right, so Isaac Hayes became an All-American last year in the women's division. So they wind up going to the men's division, and he wrote an op-ed to the New York Times saying that he's been having trouble lately in the men's division.
Oh, what a surprise.
Who would have seen that coming, right? He wind up coming 79th out of 83, losing only to 3 people and then one other person who was born without a left arm. Last place, basically. I don't care. That's last place.
Number one in the women's league. And by the way, this is the weakest of what our species has to offer as far as men go. You have a guy who literally chemically imbalanced himself with estrogen, like reduced the amount of testosterone in his body. So he's like the weakest version of what a man should be.
Yes.
So even the weakest, mutilated, most fucked up version of what a man is goes into the women's league and just dominates all actual women. So the least of us is the best of them, and then they come back over to the men's league, and he got smoked. You got fucking smoked, right?
Horrible. Okay, here.
You said 79th out of how many?
We're reporting on this, but can I just say this? It's not fair. Okay? It's not fair.
Do we really have to have this conversation?
Men are stronger than women. It's so simple. And
that's like we talk about. It's like putting a house cat against a lion.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're technically the same thing.
I just don't understand why this is a controversial take in any form. It's not. It's so ridiculous. And I'm tired of seeing this. And this is terrible too. So that's a physical attribute, right? Mm-hmm. Like swimming, weightlifting, all that, fighting, whatever. Okay, right now, the women's Jeopardy champion is a transgender. So
Jeopardy, like the game show?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about that.
Well, what I'm getting at is intellectually.
I didn't even see the angle.
Intellectually, we're killing too, buddy. Okay? I'm just saying, listen, I would never I'm not taking away from women. They are.
Look, we're just looking at what's happening.
They're taking away from you, Billie Jean King was special, I guess, But listen, the Venus and Serena Williams were special for the women's division. That's why they got so much recognition. But you put Andre Agassi out there, and it's not going to be a competition.
Remember I showed you the article when we were working of the gentleman that came out of retirement? He was like a shitty professional tennis player who was an alcoholic and a chain smoker, and he hadn't played in like 10 years. And he challenged the Venus or Serena, one of the two, if not both of them, to a tennis match live
together.
And he was one of the lowest ranking professionals. Like I said, just a scumbag. This guy just shows up with like Cheeto dust on his fucking tank top, with the scotch on his breath, smoking his 20th cigarette.
Wipe off his racket case. There's just a bunch of dust on
his one black lung. Just fucking, he shows up. Yeah, he's got a bet racket.
He smashes a Bloody Mary because he's so hungover from the day before. He's like,
And he beat the brakes.
Just
off
killed
her.
her.
And
Murdered
this is
her.
at the height of her prime.
Well,
It's so fucking funny.
You know what? The reason why Billie Jean King got so much recognition is she faced off with somebody. I forgot his name, but she faced off with somebody like in the 70s, 80s.
You talking about the guy that dumped the game for the mob?
Yes!
Yeah.
Dude,
clearly, that's clearly
exactly,
what it was. Because
and then
everyone
that
bet on the
came
guy
out.
naturally, and they were
Yeah.
like, we're going to give him the old Kansas City shuffle.
Yeah, when you got Teflon John Gotti laying $10 million on the dude, there might be some like foul play. I'm just saying. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking crazy. But so that's what we got here. It's so simple. Isaac Kane comes out.
Everyone argues about the whole men and women and transgender and sports and all this shit, and we argue about it like it's an intellectual thing that we could figure out, but we don't need to talk about it or argue about it at all.
No.
This is what I say. Just combine men and women's sports.
Yep.
I'm not even saying this with an attitude. Like, I'm just tired of hearing this fucking shit being talked about. Like, we're all the same and blah, blah. Fine. Let's let nature be the judge. Combine men and women's sports. Let that be the case for the next year or two, and then we'll just reconvene. We'll come back to the table, and we'll let God decide.
Yeah, we'll see how things work out.
Showing is better than telling. We don't need to intellectually bastardize all these fucking ideas and talk about it and go in circles and confuse the issue. Just let them fight it out, man.
So
that's it.
So what you're saying, instead of some like worldly thing, we'll make like the Gender Olympics.
Let's just get to the fucking bottom of it.
See who's,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And keep the women's league, keep the men's league, and then create a mixed league where anyone could go into it too. And I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of dumb fuckers that are going to join it.
Yeah.
And we can watch women get suplexed and fucking.
I love it.
And outran and jumped over and nuts in your face with a basketball.
You know what's really funny?
I don't know what you wanted. What do you want from us?
When they wrestle and the women are wrestling, and you know when somebody gets the air knocked out of them, I can picture all the women going, "Whoa!" Like with the dude just takes the air right out of him. Fucking just picture him and just smashes some man that's like, dude, murder me like nothing. Takes a woman and just
throws her down a well like the Frankenstein monster.
Just picture, whoa! Dude, that's how it'll sound everyone.
And listen, I won't say a fucking word. Just combine all the sports, combine everything, combine it all of it.
Yeah.
And I will never say another word again so long as I live about it, and we'll just watch it like a movie.
Well, how about this?
And what I'm saying is that it'll sort itself out.
Sure will.
When enough concussed women go to the ER and start quitting from those leagues, nature, it will, without a word being spoken, it will resolve itself. Guaranteed.
And while you're at it, ask yourself this question, okay? When you say, okay, they deserve to do this, they deserve to do this, explain to me why this. Why is it always one way? Why is there no women athletes going to the men's division and dominating? Yes. Why? Why has that never happened? Why is there literally not just never happened, but zero proof of this?
This is going to be very controversial. Because they can't. They just can't.
I love it. Oh, because they can't. Wow, that seemed really simple.
Let me get my professor's cap on.
Whoa, where'd you get that lab coat, buddy?
Life. I learned a few lessons
because
from
they
life.
Can't. And that's absolutely right. Because they can't. And you know what, dude? Honestly, it only became a problem in the last 5 years or so. I don't know what the issue is. Okay. Yeah, I get it. You know what I mean?
What's funny is that like people like this new society of nonsense, they're gonna yell and scream at me and Billy for taking this stance.
Yeah.
This used to be like
common knowledge. Boring facts.
We used to be like gentlemen for not letting our women go and getting the shit kicked out of them.
Yeah.
We used to be considered gentlemen.
Yeah, next time you're at a bar and some dude disrespects your chick, I want you to change roles. I want you to tell her, well, what are you gonna do? Go kick his ass. Go kick his ass.
And have the girl do it.
Yeah, exactly. And have her go fight the fight. And let's see how things work out.
When she comes back with a swollen head, she's like, why would you say that to me, Dad?
Yeah, when you're wheeling her around for the rest of her life and changing out her colostomy bag because she doesn't have the use of her body anymore because this fucking guy just picked her up and destroyed her, then wonder why we have to go out and punch people and do strong shit. That's it. That's it.
Swollen shut eye while you're telling her she's just as beautiful as she's ever been. Yeah. Stop lying to your kids, man.
Yeah,
Why don't you tell her she can fly too so she can jump off a fucking building while she's at it and flap her stupid wingless arms?
When she's unrecognizable and you're patting her, all the blood off her head and you're going, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And the ambulance driver looks at you and goes, she can't hear you. I want you to really listen to that and go, well, wow, she got beat up so bad that she's literally deaf
You
now.
have to write that message down.
Exactly. I'm sorry. How can she hear you with blowing eardrums in both ears? It's over. It's over. I just, damn, man. I mean, I knew when we started this show that this was the things that we wanted to tackle. But now that we're here talking about it,
It's
it seems-
exhausting.
yeah,
It's almost like
it seems silly.
everyone.
It just
It's
seems
ridiculous
silly.
that we even are able to talk about this. Like it's a real social issue.
Dude, it's insane.
You guys, this new society of absolute
This story's
utter worship,
new.
Y'all have made our fucking jobs
Yeah,
so easy.
Dude, this story's new. I swear to God, I got this from the
Dude.
New York Times today. This story's new.
Do you know what I grew up listening to? Like, this is how far we've fallen as far as like public intellectuals and like like real conversation. I grew up listening to George Carlin and Christopher Hitchens.
Yeah.
Was another fella that I used to listen to. Like genuine intellectual, smart Terrence McKenna,
Yeah.
John McAfee, like tackling real issues, talking about real shit that actually matters, that adults talk about, not stuff that we figured out at the fucking schoolyard playing
Yeah.
playing
Yeah.
at PE, where we realized that girls couldn't fucking take the all boys team.
Yes.
Like we didn't have to be taught that. Like I'm almost 40 years old and we're talking about what is a woman.
I watched George Carlin.
What is a woman?
I watched George Carlin give a nation
fucking
common
hell.
sense. I watched George Carlin
Yeah.
give a nation
Dude, he
common
was talking
sense.
about
That's
deep,
amazing.
intricate,
Yes.
intellectual
Yes.
genius.
On
Same thing with Christopher
and
Hitchens
making
was
it
tackling real
it
social
funny
issues,
and
man.
making
Yeah.
it funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now you got Sam Harris, one of our greatest intellectuals of our time, a genuinely brilliant, intellectual, smart guy, and we have him tackling these issues of what is a fucking woman.
Yeah, he's
That's
spending
what we're
time on
wasting-
this.
That's what we're wasting Sam Harris's
and resources.
brilliant mind
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Is what is a fucking woman. He could be thinking about all kinds of other shit.
Cancer treatments for breast cancer and stuff like that.
Anything,
You know,
man.
real women issues. You know, ovarian cancer.
like,
that kind of
real
like stopping
philosophy.
that. Yeah,
Dude,
absolutely.
like Nietzsche was talking about God is dead and what is morality and what are ethics and how do we create a better, perfect utopian society. But
Yeah.
no, now we got Nietzsche talking about fucking, is a dick a man? If you have a dick, are you a man?
Yeah,
Is a dick a man?
it's a dick, man.
That
Richard, get over here, Richard.
undermined my point with that little slip.
No, it didn't. Yeah,
You get what I'm saying.
you had that Freudian slip, and you said it's a dick of man, and it's true. God damn it.
Only if he's hard.
I like hard men. I'll never live that. He's never gonna let me live that down.
I like my video games like I like my men hard.
Hard.